these demonstrations from Wisconsin about a year ago. Teachers unions and protesters rallying opposition to Governor Scott Walker and his anti-union bill. Well, if you recall, the governor passed a law that ended collective bargaining in that state and overhauled their budget. Well, 1 year later, a new report shows that governor's anti-union bill may have saved at least $162 million for Wisconsin public schools. And joining me now with more, founder of the Education Action Group, Kyle Olson. Good morning to you, Kyle.
Good morning.
So let's break that down a little bit more. The top 3 districts in Wisconsin saving so far under the governor's new law: in Racine, $19.2 million, Madison, $15.5 million, Green Bay, $11 million, a total of $45.7 million just in those 3 districts. Your take on it, Kyle?
Well, I think it shows that his reform is working, and the purpose of our report is to show the way the situation was prior to Act 10, which was the collective bargaining reform. And what we did was we interviewed numerous elected officials, district officials, where they talked about how collective bargaining was outdated, how it was very restrictive. It really tied the hands of school boards, so they couldn't make prudent financial decisions in order to be fiscally responsible and create sustainable school districts.
So basically what Act 10 does is it puts the authority, the spending authority, back into the hands of the school board members. And here's a startling statistic. Before Act 10, 80% of the budget was controlled by the union, right? And so when school boards looked to try and make cuts, they only could look at 20% of the budget, correct?
Correct. And so what they would do is they would eliminate programming, they would lay off teachers, they would do all of those sorts of things that essentially run contrary to the union message, but clearly not to their everyday practice.
So now unions are limited to bargaining only over their salary, is that right?
That's correct. And so what's happened is, and we get into this in the report, is the union has what's called WEA Trust, which is its pet health insurance company. And what would happen is they would bargain that at the collective bargaining table in the contract process, and then funds would be utilized by the union in order to do the bargaining process in those sorts of things. Well, now what can happen is the school district doesn't have to negotiate that at the table, and so they can go out to other companies, get bids, save dollars, and again, put more resources towards the classroom.
Okay, and so what does this mean for the governor right now? There's a recall effort in Wisconsin to get him out of office.
That's right. Well, we have a chart in our report which was produced by the MacIver Institute, which is based in Madison. They looked at just about 100 districts, which is about one-sixth of all the school districts in the state, and they showed that just those 100 school districts saved an estimated $162 million simply because of these reforms. And so basically what is happening is school districts are saving dollars, the unions see this, and they're doing everything they can to recall Scott Walker. And so what I would encourage everyone to do is take a look at a report at educationactiongroup.org, look what's happening, look at how school districts are saving dollars, they're putting the interest towards the children, and make your decision about whether or not this was the right move for Wisconsin.
All right, Kyle Olson breaking down what's going on in Wisconsin for us. Next time around, we're going to get you a better earpiece, too. I see that it's been
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
For you. All right, have a great rest of the week. Coming up on Fox and Friends, the economy's not bad for